Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Kennesaw State Owls Dynasty here on College Football 25. Our Owls are back here at home, I think, for the third or straight home game, as we're our second matchup here in conference play, as we're hosting the UTEP Miners here. They come in at 2-5, our Owls at 1-4. So, battle of two of the bottom tier teams in the Conference USA. The Miners actually one of our 3 wins last year, as we defeated them on their home turf. This year we will host it, one of the more winnable games on our schedule from here on out. And I'll say that loosely, none of these games really winnable for us, but some easier than others, as we are now underway from Fifth Third Stadium. The Miners set to return this from their own 4-yard line. As Tosh Fat, a big hit there, probably the last game we'll see him in the linebacking core on special teams before we give him that red shirt. Now Javon Jackson, the senior running back, I do remember him from last year's matchup, had a pretty nice game. Last week, the Miners snapped a 4-game losing streak as they actually upset the defending Conference USA champs in Florida International. Now, the first drop back here, as we're going to get home, the freshman Tyler Anger continues to play very well here in his true freshman season, and we're not even going to worry about redshirting him. We're keeping him out there for all 12 games this year, hopefully 13 if we could somehow finish strong and clinch a bowl berth. You just see the power rush there with the speed, athleticism, good pad level as Anger gets home on the first snap. The pass rush has been inconsistent, but when it's on, there's a notable difference in how our defense plays. Now, a quick one there, Donelius Johnson, a quick reaction there. I think they try to get Javon Jackson there out of the backfield. As 2 big plays here to impose our will on UTEP. Trying to prove that Fifth Third Stadium is not a cakewalk to play here. And now a drop back here as we're going to get home almost, at least, as Adam Watkins ripping through a block. And the pass rush is on here to start our day in Kennesaw. Now Benyard a chance to field this punt. That's good pursuit there. Going to try and, almost does break a tackle, brought down at the 41. Funny animation there. You see the impact players. Giovanni Barnes, 80 overall corner. And then with the aforementioned Javon Jackson, the highest rated players on this team for UTEP. On offense, just going to try and rely on the ground game like we did a couple weeks back when we got our first and only win so far there against Georgia State. Gavin Garcia, tremendous game that week. And also Gabriel Benyard had 2 rushing touchdowns, 7 catches, but an injury timeout on the first carry. 2nd and 8 now at the 44. Christian Moss in motion. Stanzi is going to dump that off towards the sideline for Christian Moss as he's forced out another injury timeout. And I think I mentioned last week it's time to maybe turn the injury slider down, but I don't think I remembered to do so. Also, I saw there on the bottom ticker that Jacksonville State won their conference matchup this week against Western Kentucky, as they're now 6 or 7-0. And they were ranked in the top 20 entering this week. We'll see the Gamecocks a couple weeks down the line here as Garcia gets 1. That was Jalen Jones crashing the line there, making a big play against the run. We mentioned their corner at 80 overall, and Jones right behind him, as they're the 2 impact players on this defense. And we will audible to a run here on 2nd and 9. As we give it to Benyard. And he gets that for 5, now 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 here at the 43. And I think we actually will stick here with spacing wheel. Stanzi. We'll just roll this one out, and we'll keep it with him, play it safe, as we'll slide down there for the first. In that instance, maybe want to try and get some extra yardage, but with his lack of ball security so far, I think Stanzi's already lost 3 or 4 fumbles. We'll just slide that, take the first. And I'll get back to Benyard. Heavy dose of Gabriel Benyard here. He gets 5. 2nd and 5 now at the 30. Go triple option, get the pitch off there for Garcia. And he had 1 man to beat, but a good tackle there by Patrick Washington. Now 3rd and 6. Go mesh corner here from the 32. Kind of tempted to go run. Maybe set up a more manageable 4th down, but we'll just roll the dice here. Stanzi hangs in the pocket. Almost had that for Benyard there on the mesh. Hit as we try to deliver that throw. Now it's going to be a 49-yard field goal here against 13-mile-per-hour winds. So I don't know how promising this one is. as that was pretty much as best as we could get it. The kick is up, and that does get in there. Britton Williams still perfect on the year. Looks like he might have took a shot after kicking that one, unless he was just flopping. As Britton Williams continues to impress this year. He was just like 6 for 11 last season or something like that, and already starts 8 for 8. And I think he's hit beyond 45 a few times already. 3-0 Kennesaw State, a nice opening drive. The Miners back out there on offense after a 3-and-out to start the day, now trailing 3-0. Start a run here as Johnson there on the initial contact, a 5-yard gain. So they're Taj Fat in the linebacking core, as I said, probably the last game here of his freshman season, as we will give him that red shirt after this will be his 4th game, and now 3rd and 1. We'll bring out Nickel here, send a little bit of pressure. Jackson Colvin out there off the edge. Had a sack a couple weeks back, the first and only sack so far for him, as Fatini Taj Fat was there in the backfield but couldn't wrap up the ball carrier, as Isaiah Wall, good toughness that time, good balance as he gets ahead for 5. The Miners move the chains now at the 32. And we'll go to the ground game here. Jackson to the outside, as he does try and work that up the sideline, but it will be coming back to a hold. Now more than halfway through this first quarter. Backed up first and 18. As a man there downfield into the hands there of Tyler Holland. Brandon Hillman even underneath, almost caught that off the ricochet. Good coverage down the field as McConnell trying to take a shot here early on. 2nd down, now at the 25 still. McConnell takes the snap. Good read there over the middle. Big hit there by Taj Fat. Been calling his name a lot early on, as that does give the Miners 6 yards, but it's going to be a 3rd and 9. As our defense looks for another stop here to start the game. McConnell out there empty, as he will take the snap. As a man there going deep again, and that's out of the reach as we are beat over the top. And that's going to go for 67 yards as the Miners find pay dirt for the first time in this game. They're on 3rd and long. McConnell taking a shot, and he hits his man there up the sideline. We've gotten burnt a good bit here. Ashton Nickelberry, the senior receiver. And I think that might have been Holland who was beat over the top. Not sure where the safety help was, as we went to play the ball and came up short. Sidney Porter, Brandon Hillman giving chase there, but way too far behind. 67-yard strike as the Miners get on the board, and they take the lead now with the extra point. Going to be 7-3 Miners. The Owls now trailing after that big strike. As Logo Garcia here, nothing doing, as that loses a yard. Now 2nd and 11. As we approach the 4-minute mark in the first quarter, back to Garcia. Going to try and stay patient with the run here today. Really struggled to establish it last week and not going so well to start this drive. 3rd down. Stanzi going to roll to the right. We do have Benyard there, as Benyard going to make the play there, try to get the block from Moss, but we'll take the first. Freshman quarterback Devon Stanzi has played pretty good football, all things considered, just a 66 overall. And I have been getting more comfortable with him as we've gone on each week. Now his 4th start, 1 and 2 as the starter. First down, try and get a screen there for Garcia. Blocks try and set up, try to burst that to the outside, but wrapped up, but we'll take 8. Now 2nd and 2, Quay Ashley checks in to the backfield, gets the carry. Quay Ashley across midfield for 6. Now less than 2 minutes here in the first quarter. We'll give it back to Benyard. Try to juke a man there at the line, only 1. Here we go, zone alert bubble. Without an RPO, we'll go for Moss. And I thought that might have been undercut, but Moss able to hang on. We'll go route flood. We tried this one last week, didn't quite work out. We'll see how it goes here. Only 2 defenders over there, so we might have ample protection with those 2 tight ends helping out. We'll just take it ourselves here with Stanzi. And I do like the play design. Not always going to work out, but in certain situations, that rollout flood, we do have a couple possibilities. And that was a really good look. We might have been able to force something to one of our receivers, but just playing it safe here. Just going to move the ball little by little. And now we do go to Garcia. Gets a block there on the edge, as Garcia almost busted outside again. We'll take 9. And we brought out play action post shot here, but not going to take the chance. They have pretty good coverage out there. So after one quarter, 7-3 UTEP. They had that huge strike in the passing game, but our offense playing well so far. Another drive here as we're moving the ball slowly but surely, which is certainly what we have to do on offense if we want to win football games, especially going back a couple weeks in that Georgia State game. Now 2nd and 1 to start here at the 27. We'll go dagger. We'll just get Kent there underneath as we'll take the first. We'll go zone alert bubble again here. And we'll go for Moss on the RPO, and that one only for a couple. I thought we got a little bit more, only 2 yards. Now 2nd and 8. We'll go stretch with Garcia. Probably should have kept going out wide, try to cut it inside, but a good play off block there as it's going to come back to a hold. Now 2nd and 15, backed up to the 28. And we'll just keep it on the ground here for Garcia. Decent run, gets 6. We're going to do something a little bit different here. I don't know how this is going to go. We're going to go fake screen wheel for Benyard. 3rd and 9 at the 21. And that was covered up well, so we'll try and make something happen. As we'll just go there for Benyard, and he comes back to the ball and makes the grab. Good composure that time from Stanzi. Your first read isn't there. The play doesn't really work out how it's supposed to. But still, you just stay composed, stay patient, and things will open up for you. Now 1st and goal at the 5. Christian Moss in motion. Stanzi now going to roll out. As does have Isaiah Williams, who leaks there out of the backfield for the touchdown. Stanzi's 3rd touchdown pass now of the season. 2 have gone to Carson Kent. This one Isaiah Williams, another tight end. So it's safe to say Stanzi likes using the tight ends here in this vicinity of the field. As an impressive drive there from the Owls. Like we said, got to move the ball on the ground. Isaiah Williams, a freshman who we have thrown there at fullback in some of our packages. Leaks free wide open there underneath as we find Pater. First career touchdown there for Isaiah Williams. As UTEP will try to replicate their touchdown drive from their last time out. A carry there for Wall. I thought we were going to have that covered up pretty well. But Isaiah Wall, 13 yards up the middle. 1st down at the 38. We'll bring Big Nickel back out there. Bring a corner blitz. And McConnell going to keep. And good read there as he identified the blitz on the corner. And another nice pickup through the air for McConnell and the Miners now into Kennesaw State territory. And then we'll go Javon Jackson as Denlius Johnson all over that one. Stop at the line. 2nd down now. And I don't know if I've mentioned the Heisman race at the top 25 much at all, but Arch Manning of Texas currently leading the Heisman watch. Swung out there to the sideline, missed a tackle as UTEP gets head for the first. Arch Manning number 1 in the Heisman race, and also Texas number 1 in the nation. It looks like we are going to have a flag. I think that's going to be coming back to a false start. Also in the last episode, we had our first recruiting update of this year 2 season, so hopefully you caught that, as it is looking quite promising. McConnell going to keep breaking the tackle as he gets a good amount of yardage there. 2nd and 7. So far we do have 2 commits, a gem safety prospect with 95 speed, a hybrid tendency. McConnell in the pocket, going to fire that just out of bounds. Good coverage. And the other, a 3-star gem quarterback prospect. So it's going to be interesting to see our quarterback position as underneath there for McConnell as he finds a man as they get the first. But it will be interesting to see if moving forward in the next season or 2, if Stanzi solidifies the starting job, another flag, or if our freshman next year, Deion Kendricks, comes in and kind of shows him up, and we'll see what the development is on Kendricks, at least impact. But if he does turn out to be star dev, I think in that situation we definitely will give him more of a push to maybe push Stanzi out of the starting job. But obviously a lot of speculation at this point. Stanzi only a couple starts into his stint. McConnell again, a lot of time to throw as he's going to chuck that up and finds a man as he was hit as he threw. What a play. We finally got home. A lot of time for McConnell, and he improvises outside the pocket, hooks up with White. Another big strike through the air. And the Miners are not playing around here. Tremendous play from Cade McConnell. And that's when on defense that you just really want back Amari White on the long touchdown. We see he kind of gets sandwiched there just barely gets that off over, I think that was Sidney Porter, Brandon Hillman. But just no one in that spot as Amari White, the long touchdown. And the Miners get another big one through the air. The Owls again trailing as they'll take over at the 23, less than 5 left in the half. We go to the jet pass here for Benyard, bursting it outside. He gets 7. And the Owls do get the ball at halftime, so if you can go down the field, score, whether it's a field goal, touchdown, you got to be feeling pretty good as you're coming out to start the second half with the ball. Now 2nd and 3 at the 30, as we'll give to Garcia. And he works ahead for 6 on the first. Go Z spot here. Try to mix in a pass. Stanzi, a quick one there for Carson Kent. The tight end hangs on. We get 9. Now 2nd and 1. We'll go back to the pass. Tight end stick. Stanzi, they send pressure. We'll just do a quick one for Kent again as he gets 4. Now less than 3 minutes. Kennesaw State knocking on the door of midfield. Garcia will take it. Gets to UTEP's 38. Now here before the 2-minute warning, we'll try and mix in a screen. And we do get that off for Garcia. Very good blocking. A lot of room to work with. Good juke there from Garcia as he'll take it 17. Big gain there. We like to implement that screen. Good timing as Stanzi. A quiet 12 out of 13 to start. Not the best yards per attempt, but we'll take the efficiency. Now 2 minutes left here. Benyard the back as he will get it really nothing doing. Now 2nd and 8. We'll try wide trail. I think we'll just put Dobson on a slant. As he is wide open. As he does break a tackle, Bryce Dobson still going ahead. Gets 23. A good read there to switch that one up. Kind of weird coverage that time from UTEP. Now 1st and goal at the 6. We will let a little clock run off here. Again, we do not want to give UTEP time if we are going to score here. Now less than 10 on the play clock, 53 seconds. We'll give to Garcia. And see nothing doing that time. Now we do call a timeout with 22 seconds remaining. 2nd and goal at the 8. See if we can throw it in here. Stanzi. Went to the corner of the end zone. That's almost picked off. Tried to force that there for Christian Moss. Maybe a bit overzealous on our part. But it looks pretty good. Moss did have a chance. That is now 3rd and goal at the 8. I think Dobson. Should we just go on and out? Well, I wish the depth of that out was a little bit further, but we'll give it a shot here. 3rd and goal now at the 8. Stanzi. We're going to try and get Dobson as he does find the end zone there. 2 times on this drive, consecutive almost. We changed up the route there for Bryce Dobson. Both times it works out. A 22-yard gain, I believe, on the first one. And this time we do find the end zone as Kennesaw State retakes the lead here with just seconds remaining. As we did manage the clock fairly well here. Good pass there from Stanzi. He's been on the money today after a poor outing last week against Western Kentucky. Now just 13 seconds remaining in this first half of play with the extra point. Now 17-14 Owls. See if the Miners try anything aggressive here. I think probably just call a run and be happy down 3 going into the half. Go to Javon Jackson here. Taj Fat teamed up there with Hillman, although Jackson burst through both of them. As UTEP is going to hurry back. I wonder if they're going to get a playoff. As they do not. So 17-14 after one half here from Fifth Third Stadium. Our Owls, a very good game so far. Despite those 2 big hits in the passing game, you know, you take those away, that's probably about like maybe 75% of the Miners' offense to this point. But we're moving the ball very well on offense. Stanzi's hitting his spots. I think just 1 incompletion, but I think we really need a running game to get going a little bit more there in the second half. Kind of close out this game, control the clock. If we can have a nice, you know, extended drive to open the second half where we do find pay dirt and extend this to a 2-possession lead. I think that would be monumental in closing out this game. We have not been good closing out games in this Dynasty series so far, but hopefully we can change that here today as we are going to get the ball to start here. 17-14 Our Owls 1-4, seeking our second win of the year, our first conference win, as Devon Stanzi and the offense back out there. As we'll start the 25, give for Garcia. Good blocking to start here, as Garcia tried to spin away, only 5. Now 2nd and 5, we did have a run, but I think we'll go Z slant, wide corner instead. Stanzi. Go a quick one there for Kent, and we do get him. I thought the linebacker was going to play that, but he did not, as he leaked back with Kent there. Kent's 4th catch of the day. Not the best yards per catch at 34 yards, but we'll take the impact when he's moving the chains like that. And now here we'll just go halfback dive. First down at the 46. Garcia going to try and burst this to the outside. Just have some space. Jukes a couple guys. Works across midfield. 15-yard gain. Last week Garcia ended with 97 yards. Just short of back-to-back weeks with 100. Now we'll go to Ben Yard. Stretch this to the outside. Letting his blocks develop as he gets 4. Now 2nd and 6 at the 37. Get back to Garcia, and he gets 4. 3rd and short now at the 33. Probably 2 chances here to get the first. Go Garcia. We won't need it, as we'll get at that time another 6. I think now is where we try and mix in some play action. Stewart underneath, probably our first read. Hopefully we don't get pressured here. Like play action never works out. Well covered though. We do have Moss over the middle as Stanzi finds him. As Christian Moss almost works in there for the end zone as he's brought down there at the 1-yard line. Man, Stanzi has been super impressive here today. Not looking like a freshman by any means. 1st and goal now at the 1. As we go to Garcia, nothing doing. I think he saw, we signed Deion Kendricks, a 3-star, at his position. So, not sure how he takes that. Looks like he's taking it in good spirits, though. Now coming out here having a tremendous game. As I don't know if we're going to get this playoff. Late audible. And we have to call a timeout. A good game for him, but that time struggled to get the playoff. Now 2nd and goal at the 2. Go back to Garcia here as he will find pay dirt. And our Owls end the first half with a touchdown. Now we start the second half with a touchdown as we extend our lead here on home turf. Our Owls trying to, turn this season around. It was a very bad start, losing our first 3. And then we got in the win column. But then last week trying to put together back-to-back wins as it did not go well here. We fell apart in the second half against Western Kentucky. But here we're starting good, as it's now going to be a 24-14 game. Now UTEP down 10, biggest deficit they've had so far. Their first drive here to start the second half. Big hit there in the lane by Delius Johnson, as the Miners now going to hurry back. And they will call an audible here. Just go cover 3 sky. 2nd and 8. McConnell making some more adjustments. As he will take the snap. A fake one, going to swing it out. And we will have the stop there, although they do get the first down. And again, they hurry back. As we're now halfway through this 3rd quarter. McConnell going to keep it there as Fatinicun gets there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. I think Tosh Fat wanted to celebrate after that big play, but UTEP is just going to go all tempo here in the second half. Maybe a means of trying to preserve some clock as well. As they try to set up the screen, McConnell's going to take a big hit as, again, Tyler Anger gets home for the pressure. Now 3rd and 10 at the 29. McConnell, again, going to go down the field. We have Sidney Porter there, and he picks it off. Sidney Porter, the interception. McConnell has not been hesitant to try and stretch the ball down the field, as he has had a couple big hookups, but Sidney Porter switching the tide here in the second half for this Kennesaw State team. It's been super hard struggle to put together full games, but so far doing just that, as the senior safety forces the turnover. The Owls now with all the momentum. Now a short field to work with. Good return there from Porter off the interception. As we'll give to Garcia, only 1 yard. Now at the 33, we'll go back to the run here for Garcia as he gets some good blocking ahead for 7. Now 3rd and 2. And we'll just go Benyard up the middle as he finds a lane, gets first down, 6 yards. We're going to go curl Ohio here. See if we can get another catch for Dobson. Stanzi rolls to the right. Stanzi on the move now. And we'll just keep this and slide down after 8 yards. Now we'll go scat here, 2nd and 2. Stanzi's going to run this one up the middle. Again, use his legs as he's brought down there at the 7, 1st and goal. Kennesaw State chewing a bunch of clock here, a 10-point lead. Trying to extend it to a 3-possession game. We'll go Garcia here. Garcia off the exchange. Fights ahead, gets 5. Now just a minute left here in the 3rd. We'll give it back to Garcia. And not going to find the end zone. 3rd and goal now at the 2. We'll go Benyard, and he gets in for the touchdown as we extend the lead even further. Now 31 points posted by Kennesaw State. Maybe our most consistent offensive effort. Maybe not even this season, but maybe throughout this dynasty so far. I mentioned it last week. I'm having a lot of fun playing this game now, kind of getting more acclimated. And while we are having a very good game here today, these games are super challenging. I got to remain, keep focused throughout and keep our execution really, implementing our game plan as we're doing well this week in pretty much all phases. We're winning the turnover battle. We're not really taking sacks. We're protecting well, running the ball. And running the ball is really the key to the offense. Establishing that run opens up the pass so much more as that pass batted from the line, incomplete. We've seen that happen a couple times for us where Stanzi throws the ball and it just ends up going right into the line. Now again, McConnell going to go down the field as Brandon Hillman just barely gets there to react to that one and force the incompletion. Now just 9 seconds left in the 3rd. We'll go cover 4 quarters. Probably going to be a standard look for us from here on out. Now McConnell going to swing that to the sideline. And Sidney Porter on the stop. They do get the 1st down, but that will take us into the 4th quarter. 31-14 here for Kennesaw State as we started the 2nd half here with a touchdown. Got an interception and then got back into pay. Texas, Oregon, Virginia Tech, Clemson there. The top 4 followed by Miami, Texas A&M. I saw Kansas State in there, so a lot of shakeup. Not really many undefeated teams remaining, although like I said, we did see Texas up there at 7-0. They beat Georgia here in the last week as the Longhorns poised to make the national championship this season, led by Arch Manning, the current Heisman favorite. And now McConnell on the drop back as he'll have to throw that one away. Tremendous game so far from the Owls. Can't say enough, but still have to close it out. And that one, McConnell with head, I think Porter there. Just a straight line there into the backfield. Kind of in his path was that ball, but you see there it kind of could have maybe undercut it, but we'll take the stop. 3rd and 3 now after that completion. McConnell out there empty. Early phases here of the 4th quarter. Big deficit for UTEP as McConnell takes the hit and just has to get rid of that one. Try to hit his man there at the sideline. And 4th and 3 at the 33. And they're still going to go for it. I definitely respect the hustle, but I hope we can get the stop here. 4th and 3. A stop here all but, don't say ends it, but certainly gives up hope here for UTEP as they get the pitch there on the option. And Javon Jackson has been bottled up all game and finally out of the bottle that time. A huge gain there on 4th down. Thought we might have had that option swallowed up in the backfield. But McConnell, a timely pitch, and Javon Jackson finally breaks into space for the biggest play so far for the UTEP offense, at least aside from those touchdowns. Now McConnell again going to try and stretch the field as he did have his man. I don't know if that was in his hands or not, but a very good throw there by McConnell nonetheless. He's definitely not afraid to just let it rip, and that's something we have to respect throughout and really get some safety help over the top. Now 2nd and 10. UTEP at the 37. McConnell he kind of slides right there into the sack as Jordan Miles broke in there on that edge. McConnell, not sure why he rolled right there, but we'll take the result as we get another sack here. Maybe just our 2nd or 3rd sack of the game. And it will be 3rd and 17 now for the Miners. McConnell has a man there, as that was our zoning coverage, and they will get the 1st. I thought we were at least going to be able to stop the man beneath the line to gain, but McConnell showing some magic here down the stretch. Now McConnell is going to check that down. Good tackle from Christopher, only 4 yards. Still here in the dime set. We're going to send some pressure. As we'll go back to the run, and that's Aaron Bryant, the Texas transfer. Haven't heard his name called too much this season, but certainly more of a run stopper, a one tech, going to eat blocks and open things up for other players there along the line. As that time I think he did jump off sides. They go with a quick pitch as Donovan Westmoreland was all over that. But Tyler Anger, the freshman, on the offside penalty. So instead of 4th and 9, it is now 3rd and 1. Go man coverage here. 2 safeties over the top. As McConnell does find a man there over the middle. As Tyler Hollum got beat there in man. 1st and goal now at the 4-yard line. 7.5 remaining. Design run there for McConnell as he fights ahead, brought down at the 1-yard line. These are the type of drives at the end of games that, really keep your team in it if you're UTEP. McConnell has certainly provided them with a lot of energy here, I would say, as Javon Jackson tries to leap ahead for the goal line. And he is stopped there mid-flight. As we get a stuff here at the 1-yard line, they'll try again. Now at the right hash. 1st and goal, 6:30 remaining. Again, they'll go the pitch here for Jackson, as he doesn't even get it, and I think a hold, so this one's going to be coming back. So instead of 4th and goal at the 1, 3rd and goal at the 10. 6:20 now left. McConnell has a man there in the back corner of the end zone, but the throw just not where it needed to be, a little off on the placement. As McConnell, definitely, I got to say, a fun quarterback to watch in this game. He's definitely a guy I would take on my team despite some discrepancies in his game. Definitely fun. Definitely a good leader there as your signal caller. Now McConnell again on the drop back. 4th down. As Brandon Hillman there just to knock it down as we forced a turnover on downs here deep in our own territory. 6:11 here left in this game. Kennesaw State up by 3 possessions. We'll go DJ Scott. Tackle there in the backfield. Great game all around. I think Devon Stanzi, only 2 incompletions all day. 2 passing touchdowns, no turnovers. Garcia, another carry, gets 5. 3rd and 7 here. We're going to try roll out flood again and see how it works this time. And we'll just take Moss there and take what the defense gives us. We get 9. Kennesaw State moves the chains. Now we'll try read option. And we'll keep with Stanzi. Redirect Stanzi. And he gets 6. I think no sacks surrendered by our offensive line, which is instrumental. Such a huge improvement when you look back to week 1, week 2 of this season. Now Garcia going to be tackled there in the backfield. 2-yard loss. 3rd and 6 here. We'll go wide trail. Stanzi. It's going to go up the middle on the run. And we'll slide. We'll take 10. At first, using Stanzi's legs, utilizing that to extend plays, get 1st downs. It was kind of an afterthought, but really settling into form with him. As Garcia, another carry, he'll get 7. Now 2nd and 3. We'll go back to Garcia. Nothing doing. And we'll go to Benyard here off the RPO. Good footwork there, gets the 1st down to midfield. And we're certainly not a team to run it up, but I do just want to call a few more plays here. We'll go Dobson here. Off the RPO, gets 4. And then we'll call one more read option here. And then we'll take it to the victory formation. As Benyard, another carry. He'll get ahead for 4. And as I said, we'll bring out the victory formation here. As our Kennesaw State Owls going to secure our 2nd win of this year 2 season. It's felt like it's been such a struggle, I feel like, to get to this point. But 2-4 now on the season as Stanzi takes the knee. And he's now 2-2 as the starter of this Kennesaw State football program as we take down UTEP here 31-14. Tremendous game from Fifth Third Stadium. Complete performance all the way out. Really executed our game plan, get the lead, run the ball, control the clock, and just don't do anything stupid. Keep it simple as Devon Stanzi completes 90% of his passes, 2 touchdowns, 184 yards. Added a good chunk on the ground as well. But this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I really feel like we're on the come up here in this Kennesaw State Dynasty. Only 4 wins total throughout the duration so far, but I feel like we're really kind of hitting our stride. Our recruiting class seems to be really taking shape, And I think before you know it, year 3, year 4 of this dynasty, we're competing in bowl games, maybe, reaching 7-8 win seasons. We'll just kind of do a quick rundown here of the players' stats. Devon Stanzi, 18 out of 20, 184, 2 touchdowns on the ground. We had Garcia, 76, a touchdown. Benyard, 35, a touchdown. Stanzi, 44 on some scrambles. 5 catches, 49 for Moss, 434 for Kent. Benyard, 3 for 36. Dobson, 335, and a touchdown. Isaiah Williams, also his first career touchdown. No sacks given up on defense. 8 tackles, and then Johnson led the way. Also had 1 for loss. Jordan Miles, 2 for loss with a sack and a half. And Tyler Anger, a half sack. So, as always, everybody, it's been real and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.